Yes, people, and welcome back to Punches and Pundits. Now, before we start, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the video on YouTube, and make sure to watch out of all the clips of this episode will be on TikTok and Instagram. And if you are listening on any sort of audio platform, make sure to download the episode. Now, a couple hours ago, we had UFC 313, Poatan v Ankalaev, and we've got a new champion at light heavyweight. If I deep dive into it, I know we were having discussions like in the heat of the moment. We're talking about the scorecards were, the 49-46 for Ankalaev. That is harsh.
Yeah,
that is harsh.
It was harsh, but I see where
we're gonna disagree on this.
Yeah, we both disagree. But if I just say my piece, I think Ankalaev won, and I think it was a clear victory. The commentary for me, and I told Louis this. For me, the commentary was a disgrace. The commentary for me was horrible. The way they were going, the way they were talking about Pereira. Like, if we go round by round, the first round was a clear Pereira round. Pereira controlled the round, devastating leg kicks. The second round, a clear Ankalaev round.
Hurt him
badly at the end of the second round. The bell saved him. The third is where there's a bit of confusion, so we'll skip the third round. We'll go to the fourth round. For me, it was a clear Ankalaev win, even though he didn't do much. He was stalling, but it was a professional round in the championship rounds where he smothered him and nullified him. Yeah, just pressed him against the fence. Didn't do much, but basically nullified Pereira completely. The fifth round was a close round, but because of that head kick, you've got to give Pereira the round. Yeah. So rounds one, Pereira. Rounds 5, Pereira. Round 2 and round 4, Ankalaev. Now, round 3 is where.
But you're saying round 3 is clear.
For me, it was Ankalaev that edged it, and the reason why, Ankalaev landed the cleaner shots. The stats show that Pereira outlanded him that round, but the cleaner shots were landed by Ankalaev, and Ankalaev was pressing him. Ankalaev did not get a single takedown, and I know Louis will say that, and a lot of people said that, a lot of people alluded to that, but it doesn't matter. Even if he doesn't get the takedowns, what did Pereira do on the feet?
Okay.
To sort of...
No.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was round 1, Pereira, 2, 3, 4...
That's not a clear win, though.
And round 5...
That's not a clear win.
It was a close fight, but for me... I can't lie. I've seen closer fights, but for me, this wasn't as close as people were saying it was. For me, it was a clear clinic from
where I start with this is, and just on my way here, I was thinking, I was like, what did this fight kind of remind me of? And it reminded me a little bit of Corey Sandhagen against Umar Nurmagomedov. The reasoning behind it is, I know Alex Pereira worked on his takedown defense so much this camp that he sort of negated his primary weapon. He has to walk forward. He's not good fighting backwards, countering. I'm not saying he's not good, but when he was marching forward and he had Ankalaev going back, that's when he was landing, right? A lot of this fight, he was going backwards, and that's optics. I understand that. And I feel like that was a big reason why Ankalaev got the nod. Now, in terms of the biggest shot of the fight, Ankalaev had. So that counts.
Who looked like the better striker? You can't say Pereira looked like the better striker. He didn't. Pereira was constantly on his back.
Yeah, but Ankalaev didn't put a clinic on the feet.
For me, Ankalaev, it was a good boxing, counter-punching clinic. Just because he didn't, smother him and wing punches. Bro, his defense was on point. The way he was feinting in, feinting out, Pereira was scared to throw. The leg kicks were landing, but Ankalaev showed good...
He was scared to throw because he was worried about stuff in the takedown. Yeah,
but Ankalaev is not the wrestler people think he is. He can wrestle, but he's a good boxer. And I said it, you're not fighting Jamal Hill, you're not fighting Yuri Prohaska, where these guys are not gonna feint their way in, they're not technically sound. This Ankalaev guy is... watch all of his fights. He's very, very good on the feet, and he showed it. For me, he's the better boxer. Yeah, he's the better boxer.
Pereira showed no, but hear me out. Pereira showed too much respect to Ankalaev's wrestling.
Do you think Pereira's a better boxer than Ankalaev? But Pereira can't box. He can't box, but he's very good at what he does. Like the way he comes out with the left hook.
No, Ankalaev's striking is good.
Ankalaev has more weapons in terms of hands.
In terms of hands,
I was about to say. In terms of hands, like the shot selection.
I'm gonna say the reason why Pereira lost is because he showed way too much respect for Ankalaev's takedowns. He stuffed, it's over 10 stuffed. No, Ankalaev didn't even...
takedown defense was on point, very very good. But you're right. Maybe the
There was too
much on
and I
takedown
feel like
defense.
obviously Dana White said we're leaning towards making a rematch, and when they fight again, yeah, Pereira is gonna be like, okay, cool. Realistically, I know my takedown defense is good. Maybe, do you know what? Maybe if they fight again, Ankalaev might get that 1 or 2 takedowns.
If anything, Pereira got the one takedown. It was at the
yeah,
end of the
he
round.
flung him.
It was it the 4th round?
Yeah, something like that.
Where he was
scared.
Yeah, just tripped him up.
No, but the point that I'm making is Pereira showed. We made it seem like this was a wrestler against striker matchup, and we've seen them throughout the years, yeah, where it's like, no, like he's diving for his crotch, and like I don't know, Sean O'Malley against Merab, but even Merab, like he'll mix the striking a little bit. So the point that I'm making is,
no, it's a stereotype because he's from Dagestan. People think he's a wrestler, but he's not.
Mm.
He's not a wrestler. He can wrestle, but he's not a wrestler. He's a striker, and you saw his striking ability. And he threw some good kicks as well. That teep kick that Sean Strickland throws, but he throws with a lot more power. He was pushing Pereira back. Yeah. For me, he just controlled. He controlled the fight.
But you don't think?
For me, he just controlled it. And Pereira
he controlled it in the 4th
Pereira
round.
Just landed kicks. To be honest, he didn't land much in terms of hands.
No, that's true. You know what I mean? And when you think about it, if you thought about the fight before it happened, you're saying if Pereira gets in close. Yeah. Some punches are going to land. The only moment where Ankalaev was a bit shaky was that head kick. And that was in the 5th round. He landed nothing with his hands, substantial. But my question is, when you stuff over 12 or 13 takedowns, how can you be... It
has to count for but that's not how it works. So it's not damage. It's not damage, and he's just nullifying the takedowns.
Yeah, but...
What did he do when he stopped the takedown?
But what did Ankalaev do with those takedowns?
No, you're right. He didn't do nothing with the takedowns, but when he didn't get the takedown, he still had Pereira backed up.
And but he's not inflicting no damage.
You could even hear in his corner, they're telling him to throw. He doesn't, and he's not scared to throw, but he knows Ankalaev's not a scrub, and he knows Ankalaev himself is a counterpuncher.
he showed too much respect.
Ankalaev's a counterpuncher. I think he felt Ankalaev's power in that 2nd round and thought, I don't want to get hit again. But he was badly hurt at the end of the
I felt like he recovered well in the 3rd
but still,
round.
you don't want to get hit again with that punch. When was the last time Pereira was rocked like that in a fight? The Khalil was a flash hit. It wasn't this bad. But that was a while back. I mean, how many fights has he had since that Adesanya fight where he's been badly rocked? He probably had flashbacks thinking, I don't want to get knocked out again. Ankalaev done his thing, the question is, did Ankalaev do enough to take the belt off the champion? I think that's what you were alluding to as well. You can kind of come from that angle, but I just think if you mute the commentary, because DC was a disgrace on that commentary, Joe Rogan was another disgrace. These guys on the commentary, they've got their favorites in it, and I'm not a Pereira hater. I'm watching it as a neutral. I thought the middle rounds were clearly Ankalaev's. I think Pereira started the fight
third
very
round.
Well,
the third round is not clear. The third round is not clear.
If you watch it and you look at who is controlling the center of the cage,
he wasn't even.
You look at who's being backed up, and you look at who landed the more significant strikes. Pereira outlanded him, but Ankalaev landed the most significant.
He didn't land nothing substantial in the third round.
He landed the most significant strikes.
In the third round, he didn't land anything substantial.
No, he landed some decent jabs and decent hooks and backed up Pereira.
No. It was the backing up.
Pereira was packing up. He was backing up all fight, bro.
No,
backing up all fight. The first round, what Pereira did well, there was a leg kicks, and I sort of think he abandoned it. I don't know why, but those leg kicks were landing, and you could see early on Ankalaev was switching stances as well.
He hurt those legs badly.
I don't know why he abandoned it. If he kept doing that, he could have set something. But we just saw Pereira look a bit human. You're not fighting Yuri who's winging punches. You're not fighting Jamal, Jamal has dodgy footwork himself. Jamal wasn't backing up Pereira. This is sort of the blueprint, and I'm not taking a piss. I'm just saying, to beat Pereira, you can't back off. You've got to sort of back him up.
Yeah, you have to have a threat or the takedown, but Ankalaev is not the wrestler that I think Pereira thought he was. He's not. And he focused way too much on the takedown defense to then he negated, like I said, with the Umar and Sanahagan fight. Sanahagan stuffed pretty much all of Umar's takedowns, but then Umar was winning the striking exchanges. It's like when you focus so much, it's like, I know he's going to go for my crotch. At some point, I'm going to have to stuff it. But in the meantime, you have to throw bangs. You have to throw punches. Like, Pereira is the master of walking you down. Sharma, like this, leg kick, boom. I'm going to try find the left hook. And there was none of that, which I understand, like, That's not good optics when you think of an Alex Pereira fight. My only question, like I said, is
He can get hit though. We've always said Pereira can get hit.
he can get hit,
And a guy like
and he didn't hit, Ankalaev
a
enough.
guy like Ankalaev with his precision, his boxing ability, his counter-punching ability, I've been saying this guy is a problem. And I can't lie, I was looking at this from more of a wrestling background. He can always fall back on his wrestling, but he's not, I mean, clearly didn't work the wrestling. On the feet, it was enough. The rematch, will Ankalaev go into that rematch with a lot more confidence, knowing that he can hurt Pereira?
I think Pereira has to go in with confidence.
No, but even Ankalaev knowing that he can hurt Pereira.
Yeah, but Pereira knowing that he can stuff Ankalaev's takedowns, he's gonna be like,
yeah, but the takedowns is not what won Ankalaev the fight. What won him is the boxing.
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
I know what you mean. No. Work on the striking more than he doesn't need to worry about.
The reason Ankalaev won is because Pereira was so focused on not getting taken down. If he's like, I trust my takedown defense ability,
so I'm not
he's gonna be able to actually land the strikes. And if it's a pure striker, you're saying he's a better boxer. When Pereira incorporated his kicks, it was more of an even fight.
At range when you're being kicked, of course. I mean,
there was no single leg or double legs from Ankalaev. It was all against the fence. Yeah. And even if he got his legs wrapped,
you could say he hurt him badly in that second round. Yeah. He's thinking, should I take him down? Why should I take him down? I've just hurt him badly. Let me hurt him again. He started headhunting a bit. But Ankalaev just showed what I've been saying. This guy's no joke. And people are comparing him to Jamal Hill and Yuri.
No, Ankalaev was the best out of that bunch.
The best, even his loss, that he has
Paul Craig. He was winning.
He dominated that fight and got caught with a triangle at the end. And we know Paul Craig has the nastiest guard in the sport.
I mean, he drew against Blachowicz.
Yeah, Blachowicz was a close fight. A bit controversial with that decision as well. But the guy's resume is there to see. He's no joke. But I think the good thing about this fight, I was thinking about this on the way here, John Jones has nowhere to hide now. He was using Pereira as a sort of alternative.
Decoy.
As a leverage for the UFC to get more money, saying, I can fight Pereira. Pereira's the bigger name. That Pereira fight is done now. That Pereira-John Jones fight is in the mud. John Jones has nowhere to hide now. He has to fight Tom Aspinall.
Well,
so this is a win for Ankalaev and it's a win for Tom Aspinall as well. And it's a win for the fans.
I mean, Dana's convinced that we're getting that fight this summer. He said John Jones is down. It's just about figuring a place. International Fight Week, John Jones, Tom Aspinall. It sounds like that's what's going to be the case.
Dana in the post-fight press conference was kind of pissed off.
You think so?
Because Pereira was lost. He was a bit annoyed, man. He wasn't happy. They tried to shake my boy Ankalaev, making him fight during Ramadan. Firstly, I don't know why they would do that to him, thinking he would lose. And secondly, Dana wants his guy to win. Pereira's the money man. Pereira's Sharma. Everyone loves him.
The only thing I will say is that it's not the end of the world because yes, he lost, but it wasn't to the point where it's not an immediate rematch worthy.
It has to be. Who else is there?
No, but even if Ankalaev would have took him down, submitted him inside 2 rounds or knocked him out, then you're a bit like, oh.
I'd still give Pereira the rematch.
You'd still give it, but
nobody else.
But because there's people arguing that Pereira might have won the fight, there's more like, okay, he makes those fine adjustments.
I know what you mean.
Then he can regain that belt. So there'll be more intrigue.
Hill versus Khalil's booked. Yuri's lost twice to Pereira, so he's not getting a shot anytime soon.
Olberg, Blachowicz in London.
Olberg, Blachowicz, but are they booked to fight?
Yeah, that's in London.
So who else is there for my man to fight?
No one.
There's literally nobody.
And Pereira defended the belt 3 times in the space of 7 months.
Was he 1 or 2 or 3?
2, I think.
Exactly.
No,
so
2 or 3.
100% he deserves a shot. This is not a dig at Pereira. But I just think, look.
But if they fight 10 times, how many times do you think Pereira wins?
You know what it is? Going off the fight that we just saw last night, you've got to give it 6-4 Ankalaev or maybe 7-3 Ankalaev. Because you've always got to give Pereira the chance because he has devastating power. But I think
it's smaller adjustments than you think. I promise you.
But if Ankalaev could get even better. Ankalaev could gain confidence thinking, listen, everyone's talking about this guy being a vicious knockout artist, which he is. But I made him look human. I backed him up. He didn't hurt me at all in the fight. Obviously, the 5th round, the head kick, but he didn't hurt him badly. Maybe he stung him. But Ankalaev's going to look at that and think, I can hurt this guy. He's going to be even more confident. I can keep this on the feet. I don't even need to shoot. But you can look at it both ways. And I know what you mean by Pereira being more confident as well. This guy can't take me down. I can now do what I do.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
to be fair, it's a double-edged sword because then he's gonna be more focused about landing his stuff, and then his hips, he's gonna stand tall, and he might get taken down. But
he was just a bit gun shy.
Yeah, he was.
And your reasoning makes sense. He's probably worried about the takedown. But Ankalaev looked very, very good. Very, very good.
Hopefully we get the rematch at some point this year. Moving on to the co-main event. Now, you went for Fiziev winning this fight. You know, there was a lot of discussion about Justin Gaethje. It was kind of a crossroads. We've seen him lose before, but the way he lost, he got knocked out badly. They released the footage of what he actually looked. It was bad, man. He was out cold.
The blood was dripping out. That was rough.
Yeah. And do you know what? I put Rafael Fiziev as one of those nearly guys, like where you're thinking you got all the attributes to really challenge for the belt at some point, but it's just a fine margins. Now I know this is short notice, and this is the first time he fought since rupturing his ACL and things like that. But Fiziev is top. He's a top fighter, but it's always like you see the first round. Yeah, it's almost a guarantee that if Gaethje and Fiziev fight, Fiziev's gonna win the first round. And then the tide's gonna start to change. And I mean, do you know what? I was thinking about this as well, yeah? Justin Gaethje's uppercut might be one of the best punches we've ever seen in the UFC. When he's up close...
When he landed on Tony Ferguson, do you remember?
Michael Chandler.
Zayev last night. He probably landed a lot more as well.
His uppercut is...
His hands won him that fight.
Yeah.
Boxing.
But I mean, Fiziev got...
a good kicker. But the boxing weren't there. He fought a guy who's firstly durable.
He went for there was takedowns in the first.
Yeah, but they were takedowns where
it sort of just happened.
Yeah, Gaethje overcommitted and he'd grab his leg and trip him up. It weren't like double legs or singles, so Gaethje probably stuffed him. But Gaethje, for me, the question for me was: has Gaethje's chin recovered from the Holloway fight? The chin, that's what I was questioning, and his chin looked good. He's taken a lot of time out, which was a smart decision.
Since last April.
Exactly. It's been a year pretty much. It's a very smart decision. A lot of people want to fight straight away. He's like, listen, I want to take some time out, heal.
But this is his last run.
And he looked good. Yeah, he was talking about retiring.
But this is what I'm saying. This is his last run. Justin Gaethje's 36. So it's one of them ones where like he had to take that time off because he goes in there a little bit early. His brain's not
really... dangerous guys. Those kicks. I mean, he was spamming to the body. I mean, they were getting to Gaethje.
Fiziev's stock didn't go down.
No,
and I mean, he survived that uppercut, and he ate a crazy head kick from Justin as well, and he didn't even wobble, bro. Like Fiziev is a monster. Like his chin is crazy.
I wish it was a 5-rounder. I think it was one of them. It should have been 5 rounds.
Fiziev did not have the cardio.
He didn't have, but still, I wouldn't want to see it. I think there would have been a finish.
I'll be honest.
5 rounds.
If Dan Hooker would have got into that octagon with Gaethje, I would have favored Gaethje as well.
Because Dan's on form though. That's the thing. Dan is a different guy than he was a couple of years back.
I think Fiziev beats Dan Hooker.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it.
Oh no, and full camp.
Yeah.
Whole shebang.
Definitely, Fiziev looked good last night.
But then regarding the landscape at 155, what does this mean? Gaethje always says like,
it doesn't mean nothing for Gaethje. I'll be honest with you. The only fight right now that makes sense to me is Topuria Makhachev. He's come up in weight. You have to make that fight. You have to make that fight. You have to make... Who else is there to fight? Gaethje has been around how many years? Fought for the belt, lost.
Charles, bro.
I know Charles is around here, but you've got to...
You're violating Charles, man.
I know, but you've got to give it to Poirier. Look at the caliber of fighter we're talking about in Ilia Topuria. What he's done at featherweight. He's done
wait.
He's done the right thing as well. The UFC should reward him because he's not holding up the featherweight division. Your boy Lopez is getting his shot against Volkanovski. Yeah.
But we need to deep dive on that as well, bro.
He's not holding up the division. He could have easily held up the division, gone up in weight, had both belts. He's like, listen, I'm not going to do that. Keep the featherweight division moving. And because of that, they should reward him and give him the shot at lightweight.
I hear your reasoning. I definitely hear your reasoning.
Charles is around, I know. But it's just, we've seen Makhachev Charles. And I know Charles can come back and be a completely different fighter. But it's
more the fact that Charles, they rebooked Charles v Makhachev 2 in October of 2023.
Yeah,
I remember.
Unfortunately,
they rebooked it off just one win against Dariush where he knocked him out. Then I know...
Has Sarukian been booked to fight anyone yet?
No.
Sarukian's gonna feel like he deserves a shot as well. This just makes the lightweight division more exciting, to be honest. Because who deserves a shot more right now, Sarukian or Charles? You gotta say Sarukian. You have to say Sarukian. He was booked. I know, but he was booked to fight. Similar situation where, all right,
his next fight's not for the belt.
No, it's not. Dana confirmed it, but I think they're both.
So take him out the equation.
I think they should fight again.
Sarukian and Oliveira.
Yeah, because they both are in a similar position where they were both booked to fight for the belt. Both pulled out, unfortunate injuries. So yeah, but for me, you've got to give it to Poirier. You've got to strike one.
So what do you do with Dan Hooker and Gaethje? You rebook that fight?
You rebook that. Gaethje should not be talking about title shots.
But he's ranked number 3.
You shouldn't be though. You shouldn't be. There's Charles, there's Sarukian, and there's Ilya in the mix now. Unless Sarukian.
So there's not
Sarukian and Gaethje will fight. Unless those two fight.
Okay, but you don't think there's a world where Topuria fights a number 1 contender fight?
If he accepts it, then do it. But I just think why wait?
So Ilya Topuria against Sarukian and Charles Oliveira against Makhachev.
Do that, or you could let Makhachev wait.
And wait for 170. Yeah, exactly.
He's not fighting Bilal.
So Bilal munches JDM. Conclusion.
Definitely, bro.
Nah, I hear that.
We can talk about that, but JDM,
No.
Have you seen his wrestling?
Yeah, Gilbert Burns had him.
Come on, bro. Bilal's gonna hug him, bro. Hold him down. Of course, he's dangerous on the feet, but he doesn't have the grappling deep.
Yeah, in terms of timing, Islam definitely wanted to move up to 170. It's
gonna be a good summer, It's gonna be a good summer. Looking at all the matchups, especially at lightweight, it's gonna be a very good summer. Because we don't know who will get the shot. I just think the way Ilya's been looking, you've got to give it. And
the fact that he gave the belt away. The fact that he gave the belt away.
How many men hold up the belt? When Volk went up to 155, he held on to the belt. Conor held on to the belt. A lot of people, when they go up, they hold on to that belt. They hug the belt, don't give it up. When Adesanya went up to 205, he held the belt. He didn't give up the belt.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to fight at featherweight ever again.
I know, but reward him for doing that as well. Got to reward him for doing that.
So you think the Islam Topuria fight is like the biggest fight they can make this year?
Yeah, they should do that. And listen, it's interesting what you do with Charles. What do you do with Charles? Do you do Charles versus Sarukian again?
Main event.
Exactly. Sarukian has to fight before he gets a shot again. You do that.
I think Charles beats Sarukian.
It's just Charles. It's just what Charles shows up. If Charles is not messing around, he can beat him. If Charles wants to lay on his back and muck
I don't think he wants to.
But if sometimes he does weird stuff like he'll do that.
I think the Charles that we saw against Chandler is the one.
Yes, if he's offensive, he can win the fight. He's the better striker. He's got the knockout power. He's got a better jiu-jitsu. It's just the wrestling where Sarukian is better. But you can work. But you can work.
Oliveira doesn't show his takedown defense. I'm sure he's actually.
He's so confident of his back. But you've got.
Yeah, but he would have learned.
There's some wrestlers that are like from this Caucasus regions. Yeah, they don't mess around, and they've been doing sambo, so you're not gonna submit them.
I mean, Oliveira was about this close, bro.
He still didn't submit him. You know what I mean? It was close, but he didn't.
It was more than close, bro. Like, if that happens again,
it's disappointing from Charles to lose. Lose like that. You know what I mean? Even against Makhachev to lose like that, he just accepted being on his back and thought, "Yeah, I'm gonna."
Yeah, no, but the Makhachev,
you can't do that.
The Makhachev fight was just off night. He just had a stinky performance. The Sarukian one was a close fight.
You look at Makhachev's fight against Poirier, yeah. It's like obviously Makhachev's a quality fighter, yeah. But bro, like Poirier was in the fight for a bit. Poirier was stuffing takedowns. Poirier was. Why can't Charles do that?
He can.
Why can't Charles have a war with Islam?
He can. I swear on my life, he can. I know he can.
He can, but it's like he accepts being taken down.
But he needs the opportunity to fight him again.
He needs to stuff the takedowns and not do this jiu-jitsu off his back, because that's not going to work against Makhachev.
Yeah, he needs to land the Muay Thai, bro.
He needs to strike, knees to the body, separate and fight at range.
Talking of which, physique, going back to that
his
fight.
His knees were mad, innit?
The knees in the clinch.
Yeah, they were nasty.
Nasty.
And he's a lot shorter as well, the way he was framing and getting underhook and knee. It's like, that was impressive.
But good win for Justin Gaethje. We'll see what happens next for him. But we need to have a little deep dive about a certain guy that fought yesterday, yeah? And we're going to have a deep dive about the whole...
his name wrong, you know.
What?
Ruffy.
Mauricio Ruffy. But point being is that...
Fighter Nurse team captain.
Nah, Borralio is the...
For me, is the team captain.
Is it? Do you know what? We were having this discussion yesterday, yeah, straight after.
Yeah.
So cool. Rank the fighting nerds in terms of potential, and where do you think they'll be by the end of 2025?
Bartes, Borrallo, and John Silver.
Nah, you're violating Silver. You're violating.
Silver for me, yeah, it's just a bit of a bite down your mouth.
What?
No, he has
What?
tech. No, he has tech, but it's just
No.
he's not as technical as Prates. He's not as no way as
Bro,
technical as
bro.
Rufy.
Have you watched Silver?
No, I've watched him, but he's
Nah.
he's not as technical, bro. Rufy, look, let's talk about Rufy. Did you not see the presence in there? Bro, he looked like an orthodox McGregor.
Did you not see, bro? Jean Silver fought the other week.
No, I know.
He made. By the way, yeah.
No, he's quality, but I just
He made Drew Dober.
I
He's
saw-
been in there with the top guy. He's been in there with Islam Makhachev, bro.
And what I saw in Rufy, that's a star. I think he goes all the way to the top, Rufy. No, just the way he. I know Bobby Green or King Green. He's washed up, but
Yo, that knockout was.
But that was mad. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It woke me up. Bro, he's orthodox. He's like an orthodox McGregor. The way he was, you know what I'm saying? You see the way.
Bro, they were saying he looked like a young Connor. I can't lie.
He looked like a machine.
Bro, his striking is crazy.
He didn't get hit. He didn't waste a punch.
Yeah,
you have to look at shot selection, bro. He's not eating punches. He knows what shots to land.
Bro, there was a slow-mo.
He knows when to step in and out of range. And that spinning kick he threw, and he landed on the temple.
Yeah, there was a slow-mo shot of the kick, like in midair, like and you see Bobby Green, and he's just like, I have no time to react like this, and boom, he just takes the heel to the head. Listen, Rufy.
Who does he fight next to, Rufy? You've got to give him a top guy. You have to give him a top guy.
But he's gonna enter the top 15, bro.
Oh, I think Dariush is a bit. He could skip past that.
Whoa.
He can skip past that.
Dariush is still top 10, bro.
I know, but still, though, skip past that. I think.
Who you giving him?
We're talking about lightweight, yeah.
Trying to give him Islam, bro.
Bro, give it. Look, if Dan Hooker doesn't do the rematch with Gaethje,
bro, how are you gonna violate? How are you gonna violate Dan Hooker like that, bro?
UFC like to punish people that pull out in it. Even though it wasn't their fault, they do that. They like to punish guys. Look, Sarukian.
Yeah, but I mean, Rufy was unranked this fight. You can't put him in
He beat Bobby Green. Bobby Green. Paddy Pimblett submitted Bobby Green. Now he's getting a fight against Chandler. Beating Bobby Green or King Green.
Let me check the lightweight rankings.
Beating King Green gives you opportunities. You know, he's a name.
Yeah, bro.
Give him Hooker. If Hooker and Gaethje doesn't get rebooked, give him Gaethje, bro.
Are you serious?
Give him Fiziev.
Bro, this guy. Get a hold of this guy, bro.
Give him Fiziev. Give him a top guy.
You want to give him Fiziev?
Give him Fiziev,
yo.
bro.
Hold on.
He beats Fiziev.
No.
He beats Fiziev.
Bro, step at a time, innit? Mauricio Rufy against Fiziev. Take my money.
He beats Fiziev, bro. Bro, what I saw was a star talent, bro.
You think he beats Fiziev, yeah?
Bro, did you not see what he did in that cage, bro? His composure, bro. What's Fiziev going to do? He's not going to be able to kick him. Fiziev is all kicks. He doesn't really box. It's all kicks. And the way he comes in and out, bro, he's not doing nothing to him, bro. This guy is a star.
Hey, yo, you're convinced of it.
Bro, what I saw, I didn't know he had that, bro.
Bro, his last time out, yeah, you know, he fought a guy who, like, not only he missed weight, but he came in short notice, and then he missed the catch weight, bro. I think he weighed in at like 170 for a 155 fight. So, and he knocked him down, like, but his chin, bro, he could just hack whatever. But he knocked out Jamie Mullarkey, who's a decent little fighter, you know, like he's been in there with some good fighters. And he's just from the contender series. Bro,
Rufy is that guy. And listen, you give him the armband for fighter notes.
Saint-Denis?
Lightweight.
Yeah, Benoit Saint-Denis, BSD.
Benoit, BSD.
Could give him that, no?
Yeah, but...
Moicano?
Who's Benoit fighting? Benoit's been out for a while now, isn't it? Moicano, yeah, that's a good fight, actually. Moicano was...
Gamrot. You want to give him Gamrot? You think he knocks out Gamrot?
Bro, after that performance, I say give him the title. I'm joking. That's too much. But Rufy, bro, you know...
That means
you know what it is? We've been watching the MMA for a while now, yeah. You can just tell when...
No, he's a star, bro.
You can tell
he's
when guys are different. When guys are different, you can tell, bro. Like, just the way he came in, the composure.
Man.
I've never seen,
for a big spot.
I've never seen Green get handled like that. We've seen him lose, but not handled like that.
Yeah, he got spliffed.
He destroyed him, bro. He put him into retirement.
I don't know.
What a performance.
But the thing is, as well, is that you got to think about this is a big spot. Like, contender series, Mullarkey, catchweight, Bobby Green. Bobby Green, UFC 313, first fight on the main card in a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
and he's just there, waiting.
Composed, bro.
Next thing you
He
know...
looked like he belonged there, bro. The way, like, oh man, he didn't.
But I will
It's
say,
interesting to see what I haven't really listened to the whole post-fight press conference. I want to know what Dana said about that performance. They definitely asked him about it. I want to hear what he says because Dana's high on him. He'll just give him all the good fights.
bro, the fighting nerds, bro. This does it for me. The fighting nerds will have so Barradio's already in the top
Who you're
5.
ranking in it for fighting nerds? Top, the 4 of them in it, 4 main guys.
Bro, I'll be so real. I think
Barata is number 1. Because
because
Barata, you have to think about who's gonna win the belt first. Barato's not doing nothing to Drake or Soldier, in my opinion. Let's be real.
do you know what? You're being a bit harsh to Barradio, bro.
He's not gonna do nothing.
I think Barradio gives a good fight to Hamza.
I know, but he's in a tough weight class. You know what I mean? He's in a tough weight class. That's the only reason why.
Probably star potential, Rufy.
Rufy, man.
But you're being a bit harsh to Silva.
But
Alright.
Silva's-
No, hold on.
I'm comparing him to them. I'm comparing him to
Okay,
to
cool.
them.
Like, bro, Silva is gonna smoke Bryce Mitchell.
Okay.
No. Like, there's no even like,
Look.
bro.
No.
Smoke.
He's a favorite.
No.
Bryce Mitchell, better wrestler. Yeah.
He's getting knocked
Arguably
out.
the better grappler. Yeah. And on the feet, we know John Silva's got.
Bro.
He's got it. But Bryce has been in there with some demons. His resume is a lot better. He's more seasoned.
Bro.
It's just everybody's obviously Bryce has some crazy stuff. They want him to lose. But if you take emotion out of it.
No. Forget about emotion.
No, and you
I'm
look
high
at-
on Silva. I promise you, he's knocking him out.
No. If he knocks him out, I won't be surprised. But you cannot sleep on Bryce. That's what I'm saying. Don't sleep on Bryce Mitchell.
Sleep on Bryce Mitchell.
Because Jourdain was tossing John Silva around. Let's be honest. He was tossing him around.
Silva missed weight that fight. He was all over the gaff.
Bryce, he needs to work on that. If he can stop the takedowns, of course, it will be a good night's work.
If he shoots a sloppy takedown, he's getting uppercut and knocked out.
But Bryce, obviously, John Silva called him out. He wasn't happy with what Bryce said. What if John Silva comes in, fights emotional?
Bro, Bryce Mitchell had a fight booked. John Silva called him out.
Yeah, but what if John Silva comes out and fights emotional, bro? He's moving a bit mad in the press conference. What if he fights emotional, loads up with every punch?
John Silva's a featherweight, yeah? He'll be in the top 5 featherweights by the end of the year.
To be honest, though, it's good that we've got a guy like John Silva coming in while Taporia leaves.
Bro, so Barradio's already top 5. Rufy, if they give him the Dariush fight or they give him a top 10 fight, who knows? He could be top 5 by the end of the year. Prates, we need to talk about Prates. Because I called the...
What about Dustin Rufy? Dustin wants a legend, but that's nonsense talk. You know, Dustin came out and said, I want a legend. What's he talking about?
Bro, Dustin against Rufy, bro.
Yeah, I know. But
his retirement fight, you're going to give him Rufy.
No, but who else is going to fight? McGregor's not coming back.
Holloway
rematch.
Yeah.
Okay, if Holloway goes back up to lightweight, okay. That's actually a good shot. Or what if they do a rematch with him on Oliveira?
That would be a crazy fight as well. But what does that guarantee a title shot for Oliveira if he wins?
Yeah. Why not?
Point being though, I remember sitting on this sofa saying, do you know what, matchup wise, after Prates beat Magny, I was like, you know what, Jeff Neal, yeah, that's a matchup I want to see. That's gonna be someone that is getting knocked out.
Jeff Neal was the perfect guy as well. You look at when Ian Gary fought him. Ian Gary then went to fight for the belt. Jeff Neal's the guy you fight before to see if you're really about it. Shafkat as well.
Who do you favour?
I've got to go Prates.
Tough fight.
Yeah, but Jeff Neal for me is on the down.
What?
He's on the down for me. He's a gatekeeper.
Why is he on?
He's a gate. No, as in
No,
he's down in terms of his career projection.
But he looked good against RDA. I know RDA's washed, but
and RDA, come on, RDA is a lightweight, welterweight. Come on, you know when guys do that, they're washed up.
Yo-yo.
He's a yo-yo fighter, but Jeff Neal is a gatekeeper. Literally, who you fight if you want to break into if you want to break into
he's number 10, isn't it?
Yeah, if you want to break into championship contention, you fight Jeff Neal. We'll see if Prates is really, championship caliber. I think he is. I told you all he has to do is stop smoking, put the blems down.
Bro, he blemed in the. Do you not see the video of him blemming inside the arena, bro? They put the camera on him and he's just. You know how Nate Diaz used to smoke a spliff?
He's smoking, bro, like cigarettes. Bro. He's nuts. But we'll see. I think you've got to give him the edge. But Jeff Neal again is a tough guy. He's a veteran. You can't sleep on him.
But Jeff Neal gave Shafkat a real fight.
Yeah, give him a fight, but you've got to go Prates.
The rest of the
Paddy Chandler got announced.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be. I don't know where I sit with that. You know.
You know what it is? I think Paddy wins. You know.
How though?
Because
How?
Chandler just fights like a bit of a donor. You know what I mean? I don't know. Chandler might just do some sloppy stuff and just
Paddy
get caught.
keeps his chin in the air. He can't
He
do
does,
that.
but so does Chandler. You know what I mean? It's not like Chandler is technically sound.
I'll be real. Chandler.
Is it a 5-rounder? Is it a 5-rounder? Probably not. I hope it is.
Let me
'Cause
find
it's not
out.
the main event, innit?
Yeah, but Gaethje v Hooker was gonna be a 5-round.
If it's a 5-rounder, then I give Chandler more of a chance. But at the moment,
Bro, 314 is stacked. Bro, that card is stupid. But regarding how that fight goes, I don't know, because I feel like Chandler had this aura about him regarding his wrestling, that he was, all American, like very hard to take down. Oliveira manhandled him, bro, when it came down to the grappling. And it was very apparent that, and Paddy, Chandler's a hard guy to submit though. I know Poirier submitted him, but it was after X amount of damage and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
If it's a 5-rounder, possibly Chandler decision.
Mm.
If it's a 3-rounder, Paddy Pimlet.
What other fights? Pitbull, Yair Rodriguez, UFC 314 as well.
Pitbull, yeah. He's way past his prime.
Yeah.
He's not been looking good recently.
Mm.
And Yair is still not in his prime, but still a dangerous guy. I think Pitbull gets handled there.
Yeah.
I think Yair, the UFC like to do that as well when guys come from Bellator. They like to give them tough fights. Just to show them, you're in the big leagues now. Look what we're gonna do to you. It's like an ego thing. But speaking of leagues, Dana White partner up with Turkey for that boxing league. He's trying to take the UFC model into boxing, have all fighters under one banner, make them fight.
Do you think that'll work?
They can only fight each other. They can't fight out. I don't like that at all, though. I don't like that for boxing.
So you like the WBC, WBA?
No, it's not that. That will still be there, WBC, WBA. But I like how right now Turkey is forcing Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren to all bring their fighters together, even Ben Shalom, where they have to fight each other. He's the middleman. This boxing league thing, Dana's going to sort of do the UFC model. You're part of this organization. You can only fight each other. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because what if there's a top guy in Dana's league and Eddie Hearn has got a top guy? Are they not going to fight each other? Do you know what I mean? Are they going to come to an agreement?
They have to.
Do you know what I mean? That's probably why Turkey's there, but we'll see if it works out. But Dana's been talking about going into boxing for how many years now? Finally, he's doing it.
I mean, Turkey's just he's come through in boxing and just...
He's the main man.
He is the main man now, to be honest. What about the fight nights coming up? Vittori against Delice. Oh my gosh. That is not a fight I'm looking forward to. I won't lie.
Vittori, I don't know why. I don't know, man. At one point, I was high on him, but
Vittori.
Yeah, when he was fighting for the belt and stuff like that. He's sort of just around now. He's not really. You know what I mean? What's he in the Division 4 now? He's not gonna win a belt.
Yeah, nah, he's not.
You know what I mean? He's just around. I reckon when his contract's done, that's him done in the UFC.
Yeah, it kind of smells off like a PFL sort of situation. Same with Costa.
Go be a champion there, Costa. I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah, but how do you feel? Because we haven't recorded since the whole 170 thing sort of changed up. Brady against Edwards. Do you think it's a harder fight for Edwards now?
Way harder because he's fighting a similar style to Bilal. You know what I mean? He's fighting. Magdalena would have struck with him, but Brady's going to pressure him and try to take him down.
Against the fence.
And I reckon he'll get him down.
Yeah.
Has Leon Edwards fixed that issue of fighting backwards?
Well, he's convinced that it was an off night. And to be fair, he stuffed a lot of Usman's takedowns.
You look at the fight with him and Kamaru Usman, it was a rematch where Edwards got the head kick.
Yeah.
Kamaru was winning that fight.
Yeah, he was.
Edwards did not look good going backwards. He didn't look good going backwards. He has this issue, and it's a glaring issue. We just didn't think a lot of it because he was still winning. But the guy is not the same guy going back. He was getting... People were talking about Bilal's wrestling. Bilal was landing 1-2s up.
That's a very important fight for Edwards because if he loses...
He can't lose again.
The rest of the card... I mean, Jan Blachowicz, you're going to talk about at 205 who can make a statement because it kind of feels like it's the same people fighting each other, right?
Yeah, but there's no... Yeah, you're right.
If Olberg gets a big win against Jan, he could make a statement and sort of be like, all right, well, I know you lots are rematching, but my next fight has to be either number one contender or for the belt. It's a very important fight at 205. Then sleeper fight, Nathaniel Wood against Morgan Charrier. That is a cracker. That's got to be fireworks. Monty McCann's on there as well. Your boy Gunnar Nelson. You said you think he beats Holland, innit?
Yeah. Hey, nobody's pulled out, thankfully.
Well,
hopefully he stays that way. Holland and
to
Nelson.
let me.
Yeah. Holland's not, bro. Holland. You can't beat Gunnar. If you can't beat Kevin Holland, you shouldn't be in the UFC.
Raw.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's at 170 though. It's got. You want to talk about yo-yo man? Kevin Holland's the yo-yo man.
He's accepted it though. He's just there to make his money.
Oh,
he'll fight anyone.
Forgot, and I was so pissed. Jalen Turner against Bahamundes.
You bet on that, innit?
Bro. Oh.
He's gonna retire now.
Yeah. So if I would have known that Turner was basically considering retirement after UFC 300 against Moicano, I wouldn't have said, you know what, I fancy him against Bahamundes, because the best version of Jalen Turner beats Bahamundes. I'm convinced.
Bahamundes a black belt?
He's not a grappler, bro.
Yeah, so how's he submitting a black belt in Jalen Turner, bro?
Because Turner's not. He's not there mentally, bro. Yeah. He's not there mentally.
That's how you know it was bad, like, because I know Turner's a black belt.
Bro, Turner had Hooker fighting for his life, and he had Moicano fighting.
Bahamundes not Bilal's main sparring partner. Yeah. And Bilal always talks about the best striker he's ever trained with.
Bro, he's not a grappler, bro. Wow. And he got him with a triangle.
Because I recognized him from, like, I was thinking, what, he submitted him? This can't be the same guy Bilal was talking about. It is. Yeah, that just shows maybe,
but Turner's like 28, bro. He's at 29, but I get it. Once your heart's not in it, it's a difficult situation.
It's a dangerous sport as well. You can't
and also maybe the weight cut plays in. But he weighed in at 145, 154 and a half, bro. And he didn't look too drained. I know he's 6'3" as a lightweight, but the thing is like, I don't know. I get it. You were so close to beating Hooker. You were so close to beating Moicano. Talent-wise, pound for pound, talent-wise, Turner's a real problem for what at 155.
Very tall for that weight class as well. He's very long, rangy.
He's a real problem. Bahamundes is tall as well, but I mean, Bahamundes is gonna get a big fight. He's gonna enter the top 15.
The lightweight division's a mad division.
Yeah,
they might be back for a while. It was stalling. Same guys fighting each other. You've got Ilya coming through.
But you know it is.
You got a few guys now.
With 155, I feel like there's always going to be a new crop of like young upcoming fighters. I know at the top it's been kind of like the same guys, but like upcomers, you know, obviously Topuria arriving, but you got, like you said, Rufi, you got Bahamundes there, you got, I'm sure there's people that we're forgetting. Joe Alvarez from Spain, he's a sleeper one. He's a sleeper one. You know, he got smashed by Tsarukian a couple years ago, but other than that, he's been put in, and he's top 15 now. So, he's a real problem. So, man, there's some real killers at 155, honestly. And Islam, I don't know, man. Islam's just there chilling. That Topuria fight. Okay, let me ask you a question. Name me your top 5 must fights for the rest of the year. So we're in March now.
Makhachev.
Topuria.
No order, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we have to see a rematch between Marab and Umar. That was a cracking fight. It's a must-see for me. Obviously Jones Aspinall. 100%.
So, okay.
What other fights? It probably will happen, but Bilal Shavkat is a must-see. And that's a cracking
fight. Are these the fights that you want to see, or are you just saying it's a must-see?
They're must-sees, bro. I'm talking about the fights that we have to see. And who else is there? What other fights there is a must see?
So you're saying title fights? DDP Hamza.
Oh, how can I forget that?
Bro, that's a must.
That's probably top 2.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Jones Aspinall, and DDP Hamza is a must see as well.
I mean, Topuria against Islam. If that gets announced,
that's a must see as well. But yeah, those three for me are must see. Jones Aspinall, Chimaev DDP, and Makhachev versus Ilya Topuria.
And what about non-title fights?
Non-title fights. Prates against anyone in the top 10 or top 5.
Prates v Buckley.
Yeah, Buckley.
Prates v Buckley.
Or even Prates versus Ian Gary, like a top guy.
Prates MVP.
But MVP's gone up to 185 now. I know
not fully.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know why he would come back to 170. He looks good there. Stay at 185.
No, Shara had a stinker. He's not beating like all the 185ers.
I just think confidence goes a long way, innit? And Shara before that fight was looking like a killer. You know what I mean? Everyone had their money on him.
Mauricio Rufy against pretty much anyone in that division.
Yeah, Rufy against who's a top guy? Rufy against Gaethje.
I can't believe you said why they trying to give Poirier a retirement fight. Just throw him in there with Rufy.
Bro, exactly, bro. What's this rubbish about? Give me a legend, bro. What's he on about?
Retirement fight, bro. Oh, talking about retirement. Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
I'll never forget those fights he had against
McDonald.
Yeah, crazy. This guy in his prime was a menace.
Yeah, he was ruthless.
Even going back in the day, you know, when he was fighting Nick Diaz. I know he lost that fight, but bro, his run.
He still had hair on his head.
His run to the belt.
Who did he beat for the belt? Hendricks.
Did he beat for the belt? The hell did he beat for the belt?
I know he got knocked out by Woodley.
Yeah, he got knocked out UFC 195, innit?
I can't remember who won the
All
belt.
I know is he's
legend.
He's a legend.
The going back to the main card as well. The women's fight was like
it wasn't the greatest fight.
Amanda Lemos against I forgot her name, but no one really stood out about possibly fighting Zhang. Shevchenko against Fiora has been announced. So then what's Zhang Weili gonna do? She's just gonna chill and wait for the winner.
They need to beefing up those weight classes.
I'm not gonna lie, UFC 315 is looking a bit. They always do. Do you know what I realized?
After a banger, they have a stinker in it in terms of cards.
Yeah, but they always do kind of the dirty, bro.
Bilal versus
JDM.
JDM's the main event,
and then Shevchenko Fiora co-main.
No, Shevkat, I don't want him to go down this injury thing. You know, oh, he keeps getting injured.
Do you know what? That's a real.
The problem, you know. That's why it's a must-see fight, because we may get robbed of this fight because of injuries, bro. What if JDM I don't know, what if he has a mad night and knocks out Bilal?
And Shevkat fights.
I still want to see Shevkat versus Bilal. That matchup for me is a very good matchup because he won't be able to take Bilal down. And on the feet, Bilal's not as bad as people say he is.
Do you know what? Bilal, talking about JDM and Bilal's gonna eat him. It's not even gonna be that's everybody strap in. I know, like us UK fans at 5 a.m. half asleep. We don't particularly want to see Bilal, but Bilal is gonna dominate. 50-45, bro. You might as well write it right now. 50-45. JDM probably ain't gonna get a sniff, unless he's made mad improvements. But he's been out a while, bro. He broke his arm. Like, that's not a joke.
What do you think of GFL? Dylan Dennis, Tony Ferguson been announced. I think Dylan submits him, you know.
Yeah?
I think he submits him. Dylan's a troll, but he's still a black belt under Marcelo Garcia. He's still a guy that took Gordon Ryan to a decision. He took him to a decision as a brown belt. He's a menace on the mats. Tony's completely washed. I reckon he submits him. Dylan, I want to see him in the UFC, you know, just for the bands.
Bro, he's getting snuffed.
Bro, don't sleep on his grappling. You're seeing him do this.
Another fight. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, you know the young Japanese kid?
Yeah, he was getting hated, though.
Bro. And the thing is, yeah, you see, like, I tweeted out, I was like, this is like, he's the reincarnation of Ryan Hall and Claudio Puelles. Claudio Puelles against Hooker and Ryan Hall against
Ryan
Topuria.
Hall, when he went on that run, was fun to watch.
But the fights against Topuria
like
and Hooker. But the point being is that, like, you see with, like, and I respect it, like, for 15 minutes, you're going for takedowns non-stop. That takes cardio, bro. But mix it just a little bit. Threaten with your striking a little bit to get the better takedown. He's just shooting straight away. I like Joshua Van as well. I think Joshua Van's a sleeper for the flyweight division, you know. Talking of the flyweight division, going straight to it, Urseg against Moreno is a fight night.
Urseg at one point was looking like a menace, the guy to be the champion, and then he just got derailed. For me, Pantoja has to go up. I don't think.
But he's doing nothing at 135, bro.
I know, but he has to, bro. It's the same position Mighty Mouse was in when he's just beating everyone. I don't see anyone beating him. Like, go up in weight, but Mighty Mouse, that's where him and Dana had that beef, and that's why Dana ended up trading him, because he didn't want to go up in weight. I mean, he had how many defenses? No one's touching him. No one's getting close to him. He's the pound for pound number one. Go up in weight. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to take that risk. But he's very undersized. I get it, but you've got to take that risk.
Rufi calls out Benil Dariush, number 9. Bro, I think that's a very solid fight. Like, I think that's a very solid fight. But
Benil got done dirty in his last fight, innit? Didn't opponent?
who backed out?
He was meant he didn't back out. His
Oh,
opponent,
Moicano, yeah.
Moicano got made to fight Makachev because Makachev Sarukin pulled out.
Yeah.
So he got done dirty. So do you know what? Give it to Dariush because of that. I just remembered that. Got to give it Dariush then.
What, to Rufi?
Yeah, because Dariush.
But then he gets punished because he's fighting someone who's probably going to be 15th. Yeah, and then he's fighting back.
I know, but still he needs to fight.
Camps he can fight. He can
Camps
fight.
are expensive. You know what I mean? He didn't get his. I don't know.
Hey, he got his money.
Yeah, but he probably didn't get his win bonus.
Yeah, there was a couple funny judges' scorecards yesterday. Oh my gosh, the guy who won the Ultimate Fighter, I had him in my parlay, and I was convinced he lost. I forgot his name, Santos. And man, like this judges' scorecards, oh my gosh, they were all over the gaff. But quickly before we end, let's deep dive into a matchup that we've spoken so many times here, bro. Yeah, it's Lopez against Volkanovski.
We have to break that down.
We got to break that down for the last couple minutes.
Yeah. I can't lie. I can't envision Volk being the same. Oh, he's coming off a devastating loss, bro. That was a devastating loss. He hasn't fought since.
But we said Gaethje was a devastating loss.
No. This was worse, bro. That
and it's 2 in a row.
2 in a row. 2 knockouts in a row in a short space of time. Bro, I think Lopez has it.
Knockout?
I don't know about knockout, but
I think
maybe knock him down some.
No, but surely if it goes later on, you favour Volkanovski.
You know, Volk has been in the championship rounds. I'm not saying it's an easy win for Lopez, but I'm edging towards Lopez. Lopez is still a bit, green when it comes to championship rounds. Being in that.
I don't think he's been. I don't think he's done 5 rounds.
Being in that kind of fight,
I feel like Lopez
is definitely a step up, but it's just is Volk the same fighter? And it's the same question I had for Gaethje going into the fight with Fiziev, or even Hooker. Are they the same fighters coming off heavy knockout losses?
I feel like
we'll know very early in the fight if he's the same because he'll come out. Is he gun shy? Is he nervous?
Volkanovski's convinced that he's not, and
he's gonna say that though, isn't he?
I mean, when he got knocked out by Islam and then he fought Topuria that first round, he didn't really look gun shy. He just got pressed against the fence against someone who's got dynamite in his hands. But I'm gonna be honest, Lopez got dynamite in his hands, bro. I promise you. You see the punch that Ortega took at the Sphere? If he lands that on Volkanovski,
he woke him up with the left hook.
It's chicken dance time. I promise you. And I don't think Lopez will submit.
Volk.
He won't submit Volk.
Did you see that?
Unless he's got him hurt and then he catches him.
That guillotine. What was it? A guillotine that Brian Ortega had him in.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, but this is when he was unbeatable, bro.
Yeah. Is it him going up to 155 and coming back down? And why his chin's gone?
No.
Because when guys go up in weight, they get comfortable at 155.
Nah.
Then he's coming back and killing himself to make 145. Look,
bro,
Holloway looked amazing against Gaethje. His chin looked amazing. He comes down, gets flatlined.
What's the
is Topuria just some freak?
Crazy
power.
Yeah.
Or are they depleted?
No.
They've gone up in weight and now they're killing themselves.
No. The common denominator is Topuria. I just think
why you've got to give Topuria the shot against Makachev.
Do you know what?
You know what I mean?
It's harsh on my boy Charles, bro.
But he's a freak, bro. These kind of guys, they don't come around often.
I mean, Topuria, to be fair, he vacated the belt, bro. He could have chilled, still been champion. All of that.
And then waited. It's like, listen, I'm not fighting until I get the Makachev shot.
Yeah.
And he's not going to give up the belt. How many times have you seen that?
You got to respect it.
They would have done an interim. I don't like the interim rubbish, man. Interim has no weight. Look at Aspinall, who's the interim champion. What has that done for him? It's got no weight. And another thing, that irritated
Shafkat's
me.
the interim, no? Oh, no, they didn't fight for the interim.
No. Actually, did they?
What, him and Ian Gary?
Yeah, he is the interim champion.
He is, yeah?
I think so.
Bro, I can't even remember if that was for the interim.
You should know this, bro.
I can't even remember.
But you know what else irritated me as well?
Yeah.
When they introduced Gaethje as the BMF champion.
Former
BMF.
Yeah.
Bro, why are you saying that in announcement? What the BMF is not a championship belt, bro. It's some nonsense silver belt.
Nah, I understand why they said it.
That's not attached to a weight class. Who's the BMF champion right now? Holloway. What happened to him in his last fight? Who's the BMF champion right now, bro? BMF is a load of
If they
rubbish.
make Max If they make Max v Charles for the BMF, that would do numbers.
Yeah, I know, but I don't respect this BMF stuff, bro. Because Gaethje
only a select
gonna retire and call himself a champion. He was never a champion. He was an interim champion, never undisputed.
But only a select few can fight for the BMF.
Yeah, but Holloway, okay, undisputed world champion for how many years? He can say that.
Dustin.
He can say it. Dustin, interim champion, bro. He wasn't undisputed. So there's guys.
Yeah, but Gaethje was interim champion, bro.
Yeah, no, but there's guys that were never undisputed champion. It's not easy to become undisputed champion.
Of course, it's not easy, bro.
Then you're giving these guys the BMF belt. I mean, I don't respect that, bro. Masvidal will go down as a former champion.
Former BMF champion, bro. We know where it is.
They shouldn't even say it. Bro. I think it's unprofessional.
Right. Did you hear that Alex Pereira got called the one, the only, like, and there's only been John Jones and Conor that I think
he deserves it because bro, the guy is a bit of an enigma. He's had how many fights in UFC and look how many. Bro, I think he had 3 defenses in 2024.
Three defenses in 7 months, bro.
It's madness.
Mad, isn't it? That 2024 run goes down in the history books.
He's a legend. He's a legend of the sport. Already a Hall of Famer. And look, he did it in record time.
So yeah, that's it for a review of UFC 313. What'd you rate it actually, as a whole, the card?
I'd say a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Rufy really stole the show, though.
Maybe 4 fights, 3 fights that were amazing. Rufy, Isaiah, Gaethje, and obviously the main event.
And that main event wasn't amazing.
For me, it was. Just seeing Ankalaev nullify Pereira. We've never seen Pereira on the back foot like that. I was in shock. Come on, man.
Adesanya in the majority of that first fight they had in New York.
Izzy was a champion. You're expecting Izzy to do that, the champion. But looking what Pereira's done prior to the Ankalaev fight, the way he's been smoking guys, you did not expect him to be backing up like that.
Yeah, not backing up for the amount of time that he did. No, I wasn't expecting that. But that's it for today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you're watching on YouTube, and make sure to download this episode when it will be out on Spotify and Apple Podcast. And look out for the clips. We'll be posting on Punches and Pundits on TikTok and Instagram. See you lots later. Peace.